No more such folding bare bones broadcasting. Radio at its very, very bare bones with the bare bones broadcaster. The Skeleton Nation. Now, I'm going to speak from this newspaper. It was reasonable to believe that he could be armed and that there was sufficient evidence for finding that Mr. Campbell made motions that appeared to look like he was reaching for a gun. From State Arbitrator R. Wilson, 17-page ruling. 73-page book. Here's another statement. The reinstatement of Fraser is another in a long line of arbitration overturning firing officer who used deadly force or otherwise take action to target communities of color. I don't like that phrase. And guess who used it? Statement from the Albina Ministry Alliance Coalition for Justice and Police Reform. Man, I don't like this term, people of color. Man. Like calling yourself a faggot. I wouldn't like that either. I'm a person of color. Why identify somebody from Africa as a person of color? Why? I don't like that. Like same sex and people of same gender affection, why they want to sanction. They don't need God's sanction for sex. They have sex whether they have God's sanction or not. It's not about God's sanction in their sex. There's nothing wrong with their sex. There isn't. It's the reasoning you want to talk about, not their sex. It's everybody's reasoning in question right now, not anything else. Be damned your behavior, ain't got nothing to do with it. It's your reasoning and your meaning of things floating around your head. Wow! Everybody! Your behavior be damned it. Who cares? Oh, bunk! You ain't going to get into none of the behavior until you get to the reasoning and the picture that supports it. Bunk! Well, it's reasonable to believe and demand that police are sentimental and family. And right here. I don't know, I got too many notes. All mixed in together. Too many articles. The notes mixed in. Norman. No ability to interrupt intent. Unarmed, not relevant. Humans run from the police for many, many reasons. To predict the reason that the human being runs from the police is impossible. And to say that that is a threat to the community is not even in caliber. And anyone that says it is wrong. And that training cannot stay responsible there. I know why he ran. No, you don't. Especially with the reputation of the police. People saying the things about the police, they do. All you're doing is fanning the running. You're fanning the problem here. With the remarks you make around the issue. They're not so. It is not reasonable to believe that he could be armed because he runs from the police. And that, with sufficient evidence to find that Mr. Campbell made motion to appear to look like a reaching for a gun, hogwash. That is not so. Not unless the paper lied. I wasn't there on the scene. And I don't know that the report is any better than not being there either. Who has more motive to lie, the report or somebody now reaving around it? Ever. When the conflict of interest is making the report, how in God's name can you use it? If your ass is on the line, how can any of your report be used? It's conflict of interest. How God's name is even considered is beyond me. I mean it. Well, there's no reason that I would lie. How about reputation? How about that one? You'll all lie for reputation, and I'm telling you that's why a little child lies to its parents, because its parents are so stupid doesn't understand the child's reputation. Once the child figures that out, it's going to lie to keep it. To itself. Want to bet? Of course, it didn't understand the child's reputation, would never brought it alive in the first place, and the child will figure that out pretty soon. And then it'll lie. Looking at the child's best interest, the child wouldn't be here. For sure. Conflict of interest again. Describing the situation to the child, the parent. Doesn't work. Does it? Or does it? Can it possibly work? Or does the child have to back up, and remember more than any parent ever said or exampled or anything? And mimic that. The backed up picture, not the told picture. Big difference. The narrated wit picture, not the instructed picture of conflict of interest. Big difference.